Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. I've been meaning to do this video. A lot of you been asking me, hey man, what's the purpose of you having this big giant ultra wide 50-inch screen monitor? And well, this is the main reason. It's because of simulator games. Simulator games like this, where I honestly don't even have to use a mouse to look around. I can just simply turn my head right, turn my head left, and I can see whatever I need to see. Uh, this is a great way to experience simulator games, racing games, especially games like American Truck and Euro Truck. You can just see how accurate, that was a speed bump, how accurate this racing wheel is with this game. What I'm using here, it's a Samsung CHG90, and the racing wheel, it's a Logitech G29, and I love it, man. Now, the reason why this monitor is so expensive, it's not just because of it sheer size and how big it is, but it's also because of the beautiful QLED screen that's built into it. And you also have 144 hertz, low latency. All of that stuff adds to performance. People said to me, why didn't you go with a 1440p? If I was to go to the 1440p, yes, the picture would be a bit sharper, but I would sacrifice on the performance. And I would rather have a performance than to have that, 1440p. 3840 by 1080 here, it's perfect, man. I'm telling you, it's just simply perfect. As you can see here, the way I'm driving, you got to remember I'm using one camera with my left hand, and I'm using the right hand to control. So I'm trying to concentrate. But I think this video will give you some idea as to what would be the reason for you to jump into this type of a monitor and this racing wheel. If you're not into simulations, if you're not into like racing, flight, even first-person shooter games, that I think you shouldn't invest into this monitor. But if you're somebody who truly want to experience the X-Plane 11, Euro Truck, American Truck simulator, all of these simulators, I'm telling you right now, this monitor will not disappoint. It will not disappoint you at all, and it really runs smooth. Just look at the racing wheel and just how accurate that is with a racing wheel, and just look at how much real estate you have to look around, to look at your GPS, to look at your rear view mirror, to look at the stuff that's going on around you, especially if you put the eye tracker, where it scans your movement of the head. I need to get the IR tracker, IR tracker, and I need to use that IR tracker. It's perfect because what it does, it tracks the movements of your head, and that's only going to help. Look at this guy, unbelievable. It's a one thing for you guys to watch this video, but it's a whole other thing for you to experience this. I always tell people, the video just gives you some idea. This video right now that you're watching, it's only giving you some idea. But to truly know how it feels like and how awesome this is, you really have to have this setup. Now you're gonna say, well, how much is this setup gonna cost you? Well, this monitor is about $1,000. It's not a cheap monitor, so right there you're going to be looking at 1,000. This racing wheel, it's 400. Then you need to get a good, decent PC. It's cost you 1,200. So you're looking about 20 $2,800, man. It's close to 3 grand just to experience this. And but you're gonna say, well, if you're a hardcore simulator, you don't care. The money's not an issue. I know some hardcore simulators. I'm a joke compared to some other hardcore simulators. If you're passionate about something, the money is not going to be an issue. You're gonna figure out the way to get the cash and get things rolling. But it really depends on you, like how much of an interest do you have for this? Me, I'm a simulator dude. I've been a simulator for a long time, and for me, this is like perfect. I love this. It's great. The fact that I have that vision that I need. When you play this game on a 16 by 9 square monitor, trust me, guys, it's not the same thing. I mean, you're still gonna enjoy the game, but it's not the same thing, man. This was designed for the simulators, especially for racing simulators, American Truck, Euro Truck, Project Cars 1 and 2, Assetto Corsa Competizione, especially the iRacing, Dirt Rally, but especially the iRacing. For the iRacing, this is something you gotta have, period. Especially with this racing wheel. If you got a G29 or even a Thrustmaster T150, will get the job done. But this wheel right here, Logitech G29, it's just simply perfect, at least to me. As you can see, the way I'm moving this racing wheel, it's really here. Let me give you a better position right here. It is really accurate. And I think that's the important part I want you guys to remember. The accuracy here on this racing wheel, along with this monitor, it is top notch. And it just feels as if you're really driving, honestly. I mean, it feels as if I'm really like driving this truck. I mean, you really have that sense like you're inside a truck and you're driving it. That's the kind of sense you have. And it's pretty cool. Trust me. Now, there's some other benefits with this monitor. It's not just the simulation. Simulation is the one thing that I think majority of you would purchase something like this. But there's other benefits. If you're doing a video editing, if you're doing music editing, music production, you will have all that extra real estate, obviously. And if you're somebody who's live streaming, doing a lot of live streams, this is going to be very handy. If you're somebody who's on Twitch a lot, this will become very handy. Remember, this monitor has a Qled, has 144 Hertz refresh rate on top of 0 latency. So, that's that bonus as well. I mean, just look how accurate this is. Now, if you see the flickering on the monitor, that's because of the 144 Hertz refresh rate that I'm using here. And it is pretty cool. It's very smooth. It is super smooth, man. And what type of games do I play on this monitor? Well, there's American Truck, there's Euro Truck, there's a train simulator, there's Fernbus, that German coach Fernbus game that I play as well. There's another game called the City Bus Simulator 18. And of course, X-Plane 11, which I freaking love. X-Plane 11, it's amazing with this. And then you got DCS, F18, F14, and of course, iRacing. If you are a heavy user of iRacing, guys, this is it, man. If you're somebody who's using the iRacing a lot, I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed, man. This is perfect for iRacing. I actually know a bunch of people whom I met on the iRacing, which is internet racing. They're saying basically this is like God sent. It's like perfect for iRacing, especially when you put the IR tracker. It's a device you put on your head, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's something like that. And what it basically does, it tracks the movement of your head. So when you look left, it's going to turn left. When you move left, it's going to move left. When you move right, it's going to move right, up and down. So that's what it's called, IR tracker or something like that. It tracks the movement of your head, basically. That's what it does. It tracks your head, left, right, up, down. So I hope this video really kind of answers that question, because I've been getting a bunch of questions about the Samsung CHG90. Honestly, I'm really surprised. I really thought majority of questions would be for the OLED and the Samsung Q8FN. I really thought you guys would be asking me about the Samsung Q8FN versus the OLED. I really thought that all the questions would be going for that. But interestingly enough, the questions have been regarding Samsung CHG90. Now, I'm planning to go back to the televisions to do some more videos on the televisions on KS8000, Sony X900E, and of course, I know you guys really want me to do Samsung Q8FN versus the OLED. I know you guys want me to do some comparisons, and I'm going to try to work on that this coming week. So I'll try to work on those videos, because I know majority of you really honestly would like to know the Qled and the OLED, and to test some video games. That will be an interesting thing to do. I can just tell you right away, give you a spoilers warning, when it comes to the Samsung Q8FN, that television is perfect for video gaming. I'm going to tell you right now, I would not look for anything other than Samsung Q8FN if you care about the games, especially for the Xbox One X and even PlayStation 4 Pro. You will not be disappointed by that television. It's really honestly perfect for gaming. That was the toll booth we had to pay. American Truck, Euro Truck, these games are really realistic. You know, if you want the realism, this is it, man. I have my lights on. We're going to go through a tunnel right now. So bottom line is Samsung Q8FN, honestly, it's perfect for gaming. It's just perfect for gaming. Now, when it comes to the OLED is a different beast, guys. Please do try to remember one thing. OLED, it's like night and day. It's a totally different beast. It's a different panel. You know, these two panels, LCD and OLED, are so different. It's like fire and water, night and day. I mean that shouldn't be that difficult to understand that. They all have their benefits, but they all also have their negatives, you know. And I will talk about that when I start making those videos this week. Because I've been kind of making too much of live stream videos. I need to kind of tone down the live stream a little bit, because then way too many live streams, you know what I mean. I need to focus on the televisions, because that's what you guys really care about. And you guys want me to focus mainly on the television aspect of it. So I'm going to try to focus on that, you know. And I'm going to try to do that for you guys. You know, the one cool thing about this monitor is when you look on the right, you can see your GPS. I wish that this monitor was a touch screen. If this was a touch screen, oh my goodness. Imagine that. You touch these buttons, you touch the GPS, you touch the radio knob, you touch the GPS over here on the right. Imagine how interactive that would be, man, if this was a touchscreen monitor. Oh my goodness. This would probably be one of my favorite monitors of all time, if they had a touchscreen. All right, Samsung, make a touchscreen monitor. 50, how about 65 inch? No. You know what? Samsung, go all the way. Go all the way, Samsung. 108 inch ultra wide screen monitor with a touch screen. There you go. I think 108 inch will get the job done with some ridiculous ratio of, I don't know, like a 78 by 9 or whatever. So look, man, this is pretty cool. Like I said, hopefully this video answers your question as to why did Mr. 4K purchase this. Why did Mr. 4K get this monitor? Well, now you know why. Now you understand why. And it's no secret, guys. I'm a big flight simulator buff. A lot of people think I'm just television guy. People have marked me down as like television god or something. Dude, I'm not a television god. I'm not. I just happen to have passion, and I like to experiment. I like to try to utilize the best possible picture settings that I can utilize for myself, and then I share those settings. That's really what I'm about. I know my regulars understand this, but then again, as always, you got you got trolls out there. They got nothing better to do but just to whatever say otherwise. All right, let's fill up the gas tank here. Let's do that. Use the signal light. Pretty cool. And then let's get up here. It is very realistic, guys. I mean, I don't know how else to say it except it's very realistic. And let's go. Let's stop the engine. Here. Let's fill it up. This is my Alienware keyboard. Just so you guys know. I should have used my GoPro and just do like, put it on my head and do a POV. I should have done that. I think it's full. Let's turn that off. And we're good to go. Let's get the signal light over here. I really thought about doing a live stream like this one day for you guys in a POV point of view all the way to the Oregon Bend, Oregon State drive and do that. So I don't know if there's anything else I can say. Hopefully this video will give you some idea as to why I've got this racing wheel, why I got this ultra widescreen monitor, especially why I got this ultra widescreen monitor. I think now you guys will understand more and more as to why I got this monitor. And I think you guys will have that idea now as to why I got it. So hopefully everyone's having a great Memorial Day. By the time this video is uploaded, it's probably going to be a Memorial Day. So hopefully you guys are having a great Memorial Day, safe Memorial Day. And I'm trying to bring you guys all kinds of different videos. But I know I've been lacking the television videos lately. So I know I apologize about that. I'm going to try to bring some more television videos regarding, I know what you guys want to know. I read the comments. You guys want to know the Qled versus OLED, and that constant questioning, the reoccurring question that always comes out, oh man, I can't decide. Qled, OLED, Qled, OLED, Qled, OLED. I will also talk about the 8K, this 8K thing. I'm going to give you guys my points of view on that. I'll make a video about that. I'll try to be as honest as possible about the 8K. I personally don't think you need the 8K this year. I think next year the prices will come down a bit next year. And next year you got PlayStation 5 and Anaconda, so you'll have even more reason to dive into the 8K. But right now, currently, getting the 8K, there's really... yes, it's going to upscale, but you're really not getting the advantage. You're not really taking any advantage of it currently right now. So, all right, let's go through this overpass right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop the video right here. Hopefully this video gives you some idea, helps you out. So I'm gonna end it right here. So hopefully this video kind of gives you some idea as to why I got this CHG90 monitor, and of course this G29 racing wheel. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching. It's Mr. 4K Upscaler, and I'm gonna see you soon, guys. Have a nice Memorial Day. Enjoy.